Anyone driving by the Portland campus of the University of Southern Maine in the last year may have noticed two new buildings with a distinctive look. Those buildings represent a significant change for USM, both in what they provide to students and in how they work.
On a campus with a lot of rather nondescript architecture, the McGoldrick Center for Career and Student Success stands out.
I love this building. It's taken a sort of non-place, a sort of, parking lot and a very utilitarian looking building, and it's turned it into an amazing urban space. I mean, look at how much life there is here. There's people walking around, they're talking, they're hanging out in the green.
The massed timber beams on the front of the building catch your eye, and all that wood looks very Maine.
Wood has this sort of life to it, it's got an organic quality that feels real and rich, and it feels homey in a way. And I'm so happy that they've used wood as a material.
The aesthetics are part of the story of this new addition to the USM campus, but not the whole story. The McGoldrick Center has just been awarded LEED Gold certification, a recognition that the building is exceptionally energy efficient and environmentally friendly. Long before construction started, the university had made a commitment with this building to sustainability. The details matter. For instance, no black pavement on the sidewalks.
Headed up into the building, you'll notice that the walkways are kind of white. And that's intentional because it reflects the solar radiation back into the atmosphere so it doesn't get absorbed and lead to something called the heat island effect, which can really raise temperatures a lot locally.
On top of the building, same thing.
You can't see it from here, but the roof is painted white. And that's also intentional to reflect that shortwave radiation back into the atmosphere. You'll notice that there's a solar array up there. That's powering 7% of the building right now. The rest of the building, we've purchased renewable energy credits for those. So 100% of the electricity of this building is offset from renewable sources.
And one more feature.
Get a lot of daylight in this building. In some of the rooms on the upper floors, you'll see these metal shelves that are under the windowsill. That's to basically skip the light further into the room, so you need less overhead lighting.
Although it doesn't use much energy, the McGoldrick Center gives the Portland campus a much-needed sense of energy.
There are more students that I see milling about, talking to each other. I've personally gotten to know so many more people just from being here. So I would say that the community feels tighter and more open.
It's a dramatic improvement from what used to be here, a parking lot. The parking lot has now been relocated to the edge of campus, and this building sits in the heart of the campus.
What goes through your head when you just walk or drive by this building and take a look at it?
Well, the first reaction is wow. I love seeing the buildings come to life with the students who are here and all the activity, and it really feels like a university campus in so many different ways than when I first started here as president.
Next door is another new building, Portland Commons, the first dormitory constructed on the Portland campus.
There's never really been much of a community for the Portland campus because there hasn't been dorms, there hasn't been much for students to go other than the little lunch area. Ever since this building and Portland Commons were built, I've never seen this amount of students in Portland before.
Portland Commons, which houses about 580 students, is even more energy efficient than the McGoldrick Center. It uses 30 to 50% less energy than a typical modern building, which is already quite efficient.
So to achieve that next level of energy savings is pretty miraculous.
The upfront costs of these buildings are higher, but the energy savings over the life of the structures will pay for themselves many times over.
We're a regional public university, and if we can figure out how to do this, then we hope that everyone can, because this should be the new modern way that we build buildings, right?
And a few more of the environmentally friendly details. Portland Commons has 37 spots for storing or parking bicycles. Across the street, there are 250 more such spaces. Also across the street, the largest charging station in the state for electric vehicles. It can charge 58 at a time. As for McGoldrick Hall, it has a dining hall, lounge, cafe, and pub, and more. In short, there's a lot going on in these two new buildings at USM.